How about we finish our conversations before we rush straight into battle?
And he sort of turns out of the way of the doorway, and as he turns, there is a little boy and a little girl.
But I can assure you, I'm still going to go ultimately. I have some business I need to tend to.
As you do, it sort of morphs more into the shape of a woman wearing a cloak of black.
Boris is going to ignore them, and he's going to get up and start walking down the stairs, and he wants to make some bacon.
I think you should look at your roof, man. I think it's a little slippery.
Again, and says, "Please." And he slits his throat slowly across as blood gashes down his body. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Songs from the Abyss. I am your Dungeon Master, aka Game Master, aka Daddy Mommy, Ernell Pearson, alongside my good old friends here, starting with Devin Brevin, the dude.
What?
We also have the king of snacking himself, Garrick Bartholomew. Ethan.
It got so bright.
Yeah, dude, you were real dark for a second, and then Jesus Christ. Well, that looks good. That looks good. I like that. That looks great on you. We also have the baby boy, DJ Simfix.
Oh yeah.
And then the man of many roses. It is our friend Pub Master Drax, aka Sam.
I got this for you.
Oh,
What's the dude from Sailor Moon called?
I literally was. I think he's called the Rose. I might be wrong about that.
I legit, y'all know exactly what I'm referring to.
I think he's called the Rose. The tuxedo guy. He's like the tuxedo guy. Yeah.
Hopelessly useless.
And mega romantic.
He is the tuxedo mask.
The tuxedo.
Mask.
Thank you.
Mamoru Chiba.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Sam, you are now the tuxedo mask. Thank you for that. We also have my little Thai peanut. It's Xander.
Pip the doodly doo.
Okay. So Xander's been telling us about how he's been studying Irish accents to kind of make sense, make it work for his character a little bit better.
I've been practicing
while also simultaneously saying he doesn't care about the continuity of said accents.
That is true. For those listening in and they're like, "Oh my God, show some respect." We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, Ireland doesn't exist in Dungeons and Dragons. Neither does America. Neither does Scotland. Neither does China. Neither does
my box strip.
Yugoslavia.
Honestly,
or anything like that.
You sound more like one of those Canadians from Newfoundland.
Honestly, just saying you're bad at accents is a genuine. Like, I feel like that's valid. Like you're like a bad at accents.
No, I'm bad at accents. That's why I'm listening to this stuff, because I want to get better. I want to sound a little bit better. And I'm trying this.
It's funny too, because like you're doing the accent like out of the game and in the game, and it's just like you're like Robert Downey Jr. like Tropic Thunder. He's like, I don't break character until developer commentary. It's like,
oh man, I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
What time it is? I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
I don't care what anybody says. That is still one of the best comedies ever.
100%. I love that movie. Timeless movie. But speaking of being timeless, guys, welcome to Songs from the Abyss. Before we kind of kick things off with our session today, we got a little bit of housekeeping for everybody. So just so everybody knows, we are not doing an episode next week. I unfortunately will be in Las Vegas. My band is playing a festival down there, so I will be gone for about 5 days between the 5th and the 9th. And we record this on Saturdays, so I will be gone. I will be able to do our meeting still. We just, unfortunately, I won't have the means to be able to record the content. So we are taking a break. Next Saturday, there will not be an episode, so we will have a 2-week lag there. Xander, yes.
Question, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
Where can people catch this festival?
They can catch it in Las Vegas. No, I'm kidding. It's called Hohola Habibi is the name of the venue down in Vegas that we're going to be playing at. It is an all-day festival starting from 12 o'clock and will be going until midnight. And then there is a 3-hour after party that they're doing that is technically an emo night that they're going to be doing down there.
The festival have
Hey,
a name?
let's go, dude.
It is, yeah, it does have a name. Actually, I don't remember it off the top of my head, though.
Jesus Christ.
It's not my show. It's not my show. You know what I mean? I remember
You're
my show.
performing at it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We're just one part of it.
It's called hype you up here.
It's called the
Go check out Driftway.
Nocturnal Ambitions Music Festival. That's the band called Memoir, who are from Vegas, are headlining that with Everglade, Color in the Dark, and a couple of actually Pacific Northwest acts, including Us, Pastel Faces, and Four Dead Seasons. We're all going down there together to smash it up and give some PNW love down there to represent. So hopefully we represent the Pacific Northwest well enough for you guys. So otherwise Devin will be pissed. He will be pissed. Like, wow, you're going to do Portland like that? That's what he's going to say. Yeah.
It's asking Alexandria music. I don't give a fuck.
Fucking piece of shit.
Damn, bro.
Fucking disrespect.
Oh my god, dude. Anyways, yeah, this fucking sorry we're not hardcore. Sorry,
No,
you
you
guys
guys
are
are Memoir's dope too.
Memoir is dope. Memoir is dope. Yeah, they're really good. Everglade's actually pretty good too. Anyways, D&D. So outside of that, I have gotten the official consensus. You people at home, you wonderful listeners and viewers, do actually like the extra effects and stuff in the episode. So I will be going and leaning into that for you guys at home to be able to have that available to you for the full experience of our D&D campaign going forward. So I just need to make sure I tested the waters. You know, just want to make sure that I'm delivering the content you guys want at home. If it's busy and crazy. And,
Oh yeah, like the little elephant in Tarzan.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Waters.
because my concern was, is it too much, right? That was my concern.
To me.
And when they go and tell me, nay, sir, it's just right. I'm like, you know, daddy, mommy delivers, right? I will pat you on the back like a good father, and then you can suckle my teat like a mother. Okay, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm here
don't
for.
want that visual.
No, okay. You don't want to. Anyway, okay.
You don't like me.
Oh, man.
You don't like me.
Because DJ and I have seen Smiling Friends. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Suckling teeth. No.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a little much on my part, huh? That was okay. My bad, guys. I'll keep it
Yeah,
down
it is
to
your bad. Yeah, and it is.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
You own that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get
Your fault, it's all
into
your fault.
episode 5. No, 6. We are now on episode 6. But from episode 5, you guys had quite the little grand adventure. We had the introduction of Pip and Gilly, the two orphans, if you will, that mother died during the attack on Phandalin. And let's see, Cloud had also put partially Adabra to rest with her ancestors, while the rest of the gang back at Stonehill Inn went to question the man in the ice, and unfortunately came to a dire scene of this man having been impaled in the face with the dagger, and then coming to life and slitting his own throat. And now we are here with all of you today with the boys in the Stonehill Inn and Cloud making his way back to Phandalin. And we shall actually begin things today with Cloud. So you're on the trail back to Phandalin, and the wind is breezing through the air. And it is quiet, lonely, quiet. There is still the bodies frozen from the last time you guys had walked by here. And you notice that these frozen pillars, the ogre that is still there from last time, the bodies that are sort of strewn across the fields are still present as well. What do you do?
I want to kind of just wander back through the bodies, like nonchalantly, and see if I noticed anything I might not have before.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a investigation check, sir.
Skills. 18.
18. That's including your +4.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going through and you're noticing the ice still has not melted off of these pillars that are frozen here. When you kind of look to see, you notice that the other men that are frozen in place are dressed quite a bit differently than the man you guys had released from his ice chamber.
Do I notice anything special about their garb, or perhaps weapons, or maybe even facial features, markings? Just anything of interest about these, aside from them just being different?
What you do notice is that their armor and clothing seems to be from a different region than he was. It's a different culture. This weapon and armor is more fur coated, more leather bound, while the gentleman that you guys had released was more chainmail and armor plated than the others were.
Interesting. Do I know what region this armor is from?
You could do a history check.
Nat 20.
Wow. Yes. So you remember from years prior, there had been a village that you sort of wandered into many, many moons ago, where the peoples of this village seemed to be a strange tribe that were working sort of hand in hand with the local animal economy, if you will. They had partnerships. They were riding these creatures. They were friendly with these creatures. They also seemed to honor the hunts that they had made. You notice that this tribe had no name, no specific place in this world, but these people are definitely from that tribe.
I just kind of wonder aloud to myself, what could these people be doing so far from where I once saw them?
And as Cloud is sort of investigating there, we will move over to Stonehill Inn. Boris, Leon, and Moonwind are in this room that is very heavy in the air. You guys are standing with this corpse in front of you, blood pooled across the floor. The window is still open. The air is still drafting in a breeze. And while the sun is now shining through this window, that light through the window is still not enough to sort of uplift your spirits. This room is heavy, and it feels uncomfortable as you guys sort of stand there to sort of collectively think about what just happened in front of you. What do you do?
So if I remember last time, before we ended the episode, I was looking out the window and checking if there was a trail of blood, right?
You had seen blood sort of crept over the edge of the window and had seen, yes, a trail of blood out on the dirt outside of Stonehill Inn.
Okay. Do I see where that what direction that blood trail is going? Can I tell?
Yes, yeah, you can tell. It is leading southbound from the town square of Phandalin.
Okay. Do I happen to know what that direction leads to?
Yes, yeah, you do. This is the direction towards Umbrage Hill, as well as the temple excavation site that had been spoken to you guys about from the King Morgris.
Okay.
I would like to see if there could be any possible like footprints or tracks possibly left behind as to how this assailant got in and if they got out.
Okay, let's have you do a survival check then.
That was a 21.
Wow, all right. So you're kind of stooped down one knee and you're looking closely at the dirt and the formation of the dust that's sort of settled on the floor here in this room. You can tell this room has not been used in quite some time. This is not a room that Toblin typically rents out to people that are visiting Stonehill Inn. But you also notice too there are some footprints here that are sort of in the dust. And there are a number of different types of footprints, but one that you notice that stands out more than others is one that seems to be lighter in foot press than the other prints do. This print seems to sort of fade into the dust a little bit and doesn't have enough push to really represent someone who is of larger size, or it could potentially be someone that is very light of foot.
I will inspect these footprints. I'm assuming as well that the multiple sets of footprints, it looks like there could have been signs of a struggle.
Yes, there were signs of a struggle with multiple different footprints. You also noticed that some of them are irrelevant. They're moot. They're people that were in this room prior. They are Toblin's footprints. They are potentially other visitors that had come through. People dropping things off in the room. Even your guys' footprints.
Yeah, I will point this out to Leon. I'll just be like, it seems that there were signs of a struggle, and the footprints lead out the window.
Yep, there's a trail of blood that I already spotted.
Yeah. So we see that this person came in and left, but at least it wasn't just like clean, like an in and out kind of thing, But it's also very surprising that we didn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was only a 10-minute window too, if I remember correctly, because Toblin saw the guy and then came down to us, and then we all came upstairs together. And that was like a 10-minute elapsed time.
How are you guys explaining this to each other?
All right. So this guy's dead. We saved him. He's dead. There's a trail of blood going out the window. It's going south, from what I can see, back towards Umbridge Hill. And if I remember correctly, there was a nice, sweet, pretty on the eyes lady who told me at the exchange that there is a mine down south in the same direction as Umbridge Hill. I think with everything that's happened, the attack last night, and now the oddly eerie death of this man, I think it's time we band together and we figure out what the hell is going on here.
It's just strange that none of us heard anything that happened up here, given the time frame. And that there was also signs of a struggle if you look at the prints here and here.
No doubtedly there was a struggle. The man did have a knife in his eye.
Moonwind, what are you doing?
I want to inspect the body.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation check, sir.
11.
11. Okay.
Plus.
Yes.
1. So it's 12.
Okay. So you come up to the body. You're sort of patting the pockets. You notice there's nothing in his pockets. You sort of work your way up his body, his back more specifically. You don't feel anything on his back. You roll him over, and the glimpse of this man's destroyed face and throat kind of make you jump for a moment. Ugh, gross. And you feel this queasiness in your stomach. But you sort of search down his legs again, and you don't feel anything on him.
I have a question for anyone else in this room. Does anyone here know what would cause a man to come up from after being stabbed in the face to slit his own throat?
Well, if you see there, my blue friend, he has those rune markings on his chest there when I was inspecting the body. It is oddly familiar to those orcs that we fought last night. I believe there's magic afoot.
Jackal sort of comes down the hallway to you guys, and he's standing at the entryway at the door. Jackal, what do you do?
I get to the door. I'm like, oh shit, what happened here?
Dead man, signs of struggle, trail going southbound out the window. We need to leave.
Is that Sub-Zero? Shit, he offed himself?
And Toblin kind of makes his way upstairs, and he has Pip and Gilly with him. As he's sort of walking up, they're sort of trailing behind him. He goes, "Oh, fucking hell. Kids, go downstairs. Go down." He sort of shoves them back down and says, "Go, go, 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 go." He turns around, comes back to the door, and he's sort of looming over Jackal from behind him. And he's looking in shock, terror at this body. He goes, "Fuck, what the fuck happened, boys?"
There was a struggle before we were here. We came into the room to ask Sub-Zero some questions. The man already had a dagger in his eye. And as we were inspecting the room to see what happened, he reanimated and then slit his own throat before us again.
Man,
So-
it's that fucking orc, man. Remember? Turned into a fucking boar, started running off. We couldn't catch that motherfucker. I bet
What
he's
did
still in town. I bet he's still
What did
in.
he mean by please?
He said something about what?
He said please right before slitting his own throat.
It had to be a harboring feeling of him not wanting to do that to himself.
Could he be involved in something else?
Well, shit, man. We do got an
hard to say.
investigator. What did you investigate, brother?
Well, from what I can find, just like I was explaining to our blue friend here, there is orcish runes on his torso. So we have found a blood trail that's heading south towards Umbridge Hill. I do know of a mine that is in that direction as well. Since we've already been to Umbridge Hill, I think we need to go check out this mine.
Well, before we set off, I do want to make sure you are remembering my name correctly. I am not Blue Friend. My name is Moonwind.
Yes,
With a
of
K,
course,
right? How do
Blue.
you spell that again?
MOONWIND. The K comes
But you
before
said
all of it.
So, is it like the K in like night? It's like a silent K, or because you say the hard K a
is-
lot.
K is my first name. Moonwind is my last name, but I
Oh,
prefer
okay.
to go by my last name.
Oh, like K and like KAY, like
Toblin
So you
interjects. He raises his hand, his large forearm. Says, gentlemen, in case you hasn't noticed, there's a fucking dead body in the middle of my room.
Whoa, brother, one at a time, man. I'm trying to figure out how this guy's K in his name, and second of all, I would like to take a look at that body.
Oh, fucking hell. And he just sort of raises his arms and just starts trudging off downstairs.
I start walking towards Toblin, by the way.
Jackal, you said you want to investigate the body as well?
Yeah, I walk up to the body and like inspect the runes.
Okay, give me an
see if I
investigation
recognize-
check as well, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yes,
You
sir, yes.
want to see something about the runes?
Yeah, on the body.
Specifically? Okay, give me a history check then.
History. No, I got no bonuses, so I'm just gonna have to roll with this one. 3.
So you come up to the
3.
body, and as you sort of glimpse at these runes, you kind of squint your eyes towards them. And when you look at them, you notice, yeah, these were carved in with a knife.
And I look at him like, well, that's one way to go out. Yeah, I start I lightly I chopstick try to pick one of his hands up by his finger or whatever uh uh yeah, he's definitely dead.
And his arms just
Yeah,
Of
I'm
course
just
he's
fucking with
dead.
it.
He slit his own throat and had a dagger in his face.
Well, you said he reanimated, man. Maybe he's got a third chance. So just had to look on his body a little bit, man.
The man
Or
is
it's just
dead.
like
He's a human being. He's not a cat. No
You
offense,
said he
Cloud.
reanimated. What else, man? It could be more magic on his body. I'm trying to look.
I've already inspected the body.
Well, I'm just trying to be thorough. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm
now
going
Yes.
to
ahead.
just real quick. I want to point out the light-footed tracks to Jackal and just be like, whoever came in here was skilled. Perhaps someone
I-
you know.
Can
Devin,
I
yeah.
inspect the light-footed tracks and see if I can tell the race or stature of said person with light-footed tracks?
Okay. Yeah, give me a survival check.
Uh, 15.
15. Not quite. You look at the tracks and you kind of notice generally the same sort of information that Boris had noticed about them. What you can tell though is that there also seems to be this sort of trail dragging with the tracks. It seems like there's a sort of coned formation that is swirling with the tracks as the footprints move towards the window.
So, can I tell if it seems to be a tail?
You cannot tell, no.
Okay. Well, there's a strange cone-shaped thing that is following these footprints here in these tracks. Again, it sounds like we need to go south into the mine.
Well,
I think we're wasting time. I think we should just start heading out.
Yeah, I second that idea, but where is our furry friend at?
I believe he went to lay Adabra to rest.
Well, shit. I mean, Umber's Hill's on the way, so I mean, I guess we'll meet him there. But
My
I
thoughts
don't know how
exactly.
Us.
I need to stop by the general store and just pick up some supplies if we're going to go into this. I think I will get ready to go. Can someone check on Toblin and make sure we have a way to get this body cleaned up? There's been a lot of bloodshed.
Yeah, I'll let
Already
him
on
know. But when you go to the store, can you give me a bag of crisps?
Excuse me?
I'll pay for it. I just need something to keep my mouth busy.
I reach into my satchel and I hand him just some rations.
Those are in your bag, man. Like, I want some, store. I hate to be a snob, man. I like my brands. I'm a brand loyalist, so I just like.
I just stare at him, holding my rations in my hands.
I look at Jackal and I go,
I'm confused
does
as
something
to
bother
why.
you about the blue man giving you a snack?
No. If you're making this about a race thing, it's not a race thing. I got a couple
race
blue
thing.
friends of my own back in Baldur's Gate. I'm just saying, he's an adventurer. He's a monk. I don't even like what he has in his hand right now. I just want prepackaged brand name crisps. It's just who I am as a person.
In
It's not,
a lot of cultures, it's disrespectful to deny.
and I'm respectfully declining
During this
so-
entire time, I just put the rations back in my satchel and slowly walk away as they're continuing this seemingly useless conversation.
And I'm gonna hand Kay Moonwind a piece of candied bacon.
Where'd you get that,
And then-
Boris?
I'll
I thought
take
it was boys.
And I'll look at Boris. I'll just be like, boar.
Hey, man, look,
Is
you
that brown
guys
sugar?
can do your little powwow.
This
I'm
is
gonna go
me.
downstairs.
This
Talk to
is me
Toblin.
brushing my jacket off and walking out the door.
And
Right. I'm
now,
going to approach Toblin and speak to him about making sure that this body is taken care of.
and we will come back to that here in a moment, sir. We come back to Cloud, who is now sort of at the last stone or ice structure person there before kind of heading back onto the trail towards Fandolin. Cloud, what do you do?
Uh, just kind of say to myself, well, I think I've been out long enough. I should probably get my way back to the others. And then I will just start to proceed my way in the direction of Fandolin.
Okay. And you sort of kind of nudge that off and start trekking your way back up the trail in that direction. And when you do, you notice that there seems to be some noises around you that you were noticing before, but are not of the usual chirps of birds and of croaks of frogs. These are rustling of bushes and sort of pattered footsteps, one by one, slowly from both your left and right of you.
I would like to roar.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a.
Oh, and the emotion I would like to try and convey, if it's successful, is anger.
I think the roar has an independent roll of its own, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
Because otherwise, we can have you roll just a charisma check for intimidation.
I'll let you, whatever you say is best. I'm
Yeah,
not
okay.
100% sure.
So-
I do remember there was a thing, but
We'll look it up after. No
didn't
worries.
save it.
Let's just roll for
Yeah.
charisma for now.
another nat 20.
Fuck, wow. So yeah,
I
Cloud,
can
you're,
provide receipts if you'd like. I'll move my camera.
you're kind of walking down this pathway, and you can hear these steps sort of slowly progressing inch by inch forward as you are also sort of stepping. And you look to your right, and you don't see anything. You look to your left, and you don't see anything. And you kind of shrug your shoulders, just and you just belt out this roar that seems to just screech across and through the trees all around you. And when you do, you hear these footsteps in a quick, hurried rush dissipate further away from you. What do you do?
Do I notice if any of the footsteps remain close?
None of them are close anymore. As you sort of take a couple of steps forward to test the waters, you don't hear any more footsteps. They're gone.
What's in my immediate surroundings right now?
You're
Like,
on a
visually,
you're on a
me?
trail road. There are a couple of sort of higher plateaus of stone formations and forest just lined down the trail from about 20 feet away from you in both directions.
And is there anything nearby enough for me to like get a vantage point on?
No, not quite. No,
Okay.
they're quite
Okay.
a bit further away for those plateaus.
Okay. Then I guess I would just like to cautiously continue to proceed forward. Kind of on edge, being much more aware of my surroundings. I'm probably walking a little slower now, I'd imagine.
Okay. Then we will move back to Stonehill Inn, where Moonwind is talking to Toblin downstairs. Leon has already left Stonehill Inn to proceed towards the general store, and Jackal and Boris are downstairs as well, sort of lounging in the chairs of the main lobby of the inn. What do you guys do?
You know, with all of this adventure and travel, blood and guts, it's time for a proper bath.
Yeah. Oh, yep. You're so right. Yep.
Buddy, I can smell you 30 feet away.
Well, that's because you have a incredible nose there, sir. Got quite the schnauzer right there. But you know, I would love to have some ale right now. Hot bath and some ale. Man, oh man. And to think, right? You and me, we were just here just for money, just to get some coin. Now we're on this big ass epic adventure. We got a big ass talking cat. We got some blue guy. I've never seen a blue guy before. I said earlier I know some blue people. I'd never seen a blue person in my life. But and then that other guy, he can do magic with his hands and shit.
Moonwind standing with Toblin in the sort of back kitchen area. So Toblin sees Moonwind walk in.
Nervous.
He says,
Holy shit.
He says, Moonwind, what can I do you for, lad?
And I approach him. I'm not at this point. I don't think I'm my happy-go-lucky self anymore. I'm kind of more concerned with everything that's been going on. And I just approach him and I ask him. So Toblin, do you have people on hand to help you with the body? I understand you have guests. You have children afoot. I just want to make sure that the body's taken care of appropriately.
Yes, lad. Yes. I can call for help from the town master. He'll be able to send someone my way to take care of the body appropriately, do a quick clean up, and we'll be back in a jiffy, right in that room again in no time.
You seem accustomed to stuff like this happening.
Yes, lad.
Does
Yes. You'll spend some time asking Jackal about it. We have a bit of a history around here in my family. Not necessarily the most pristine history, if you will. Got a bit of a past ourselves in our family line, but we're still taking care of things as much as we can, and all are welcome here, which means that even the shiesty ones are as well.
Oh, you have a heart of gold. That is for certain.
I appreciate that, lad. I appreciate that. And we move over to Leon, who walks into the general store, where the bull-haired gentleman and the man with the mustache are both standing at the counter, sort of leaning there. And the man with the bowl cut is talking to him and says, Right, listen then. I know I was talking about it before, but now I have absolute evidence of it, okay? They were up in the sky. I saw them. And when these things are flying in the sky, they fall down. They poison everybody, okay? They poison all of us. And the man with the mustache is like, fuck, mate. Like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to fucking work around here. And he's kind of like leans up against the other edge of the counter as Leon walks in.
Well, hello there, lads. Looks like I'm back to procure some more items from you.
And the man with the bull haircut like turns over towards you. He goes, "Did you see them, mate? Did you see them?"
Did I see what this time?
Did you see the animals in the sky? Did you see the pompous bugs falling out of the sky?
All I can remember seeing are the orbs that fell to my blade last night.
And he sort of turns and looks at the man with the mustache. The man with the mustache goes, Yeah. Well, I thank you. Thank you for defending Fandolin with everything you have. I appreciate it. Thank you.
It was not my effort alone.
Where's your friends?
They're over at the inn, currently getting refreshment and resting before we depart on our next adventure.
All right, all right. Okay, well, what can I do you for then? And he sort of stands up and fixes himself up and dusts himself off really quick. The man with the bowl haircut says, "Ooh, ooh," and turns away and starts trying to make it look like he's been working.
Well, I need to get a few things to make sure that I'm prepared here. It looks like it's not just myself I'm helping to look after. Uh, could I please procure 3 pieces of cured leather? Um, let's see here. Um,
And he's sort of standing there tapping his finger on the counter. Yes,
and
right.
could I get
Leather then.
2 taut and 2 feather? And do you happen to have any health potions? And how much might those be?
No, unfortunately, no health potions here. Dobra was the only one that had health potions of any sort around here in Fandolin. She was the person that made them for our town. Fortunately, as far as we understand, she is now gone. But I have some leather here for you. I can give you some leather for sure. What else was it that you were saying you needed?
I need 2 taut and 2 feather.
Okay. Well, no feathers. I have leather for you. Probably no tarts because we don't quite carry snacks around here of the sort. And he looks over towards the man with the bowl haircut and he goes, "Oi, you have any feathers back there still?" Turns to him and goes, "Yeah, I all got my feathers. I put them away last week." And they start bickering back and forth a little bit about this fucking feather that he had. And you overhear notice them with this sort of attitude. He goes, why the fuck don't you have the feathers anymore?
While they're doing that, could I look across the room and maybe notice a rat?
Yeah, you can roll perception check. Yeah, I'll give a perception. No, investigation. Give me investigation.
Okay.
Investigate.
Investigation. 11 plus 3, 14.
So you don't necessarily see the rat itself, but you can kind of hear the skittering of little rat feet.
I want to be, if at all possible, I want to be reminded about the conversation I had with the man with the bowl cut last time I was there.
You remember it. You remember it, yeah.
And I remember the rat man he mentioned. And then I want to think about the rat man and think about the light foot and the trail that followed the light feet. Is it possible that those coincided with each other at all?
I see where you're going with this. Okay. Roll me investigation one more time.
21.
Wow. So you kind of think about it and you're trying to think of, well, you know, that footprint we saw in rat feet kind of tap lightly onto the floor as well. These weird rat creatures that he was talking about prior, could that be connected? And you start to think about it, you go, no, I mean, a rat creature probably wouldn't be wearing shoes, and these prints are more shoe-shaped than foot-shaped, if you will.
I'm going to look at the man with the bowl cut as they're bickering about the feathers. I'll be like, hold on. Forget the feathers. This rat man, did he stand up like a human?
He turns towards you and with weird winced eyes goes, "Oh yeah,
Was he wearing clothes?
well yeah,
Did he wear shoes?
fucking hell, mate! You saw it too. You saw the rat creature."
So he was wearing shoes, boots, greaves, whatever may have
Well,
you.
I mean, I don't know if he had boots on. He was a rat monster. I wasn't looking at its feet, mate. What do you think I am? And he starts, like, kind of getting a little bit more
All right.
aggressive in his tone with you.
Hold on. How much for the cured leather?
And you turn back towards the guy with the mustache and looks down and goes, well, I'll probably let it go for 10 bronze pieces.
Done. Here's 10 bronze pieces.
Okay, go ahead and remove that from your character if you can. And he sort of gets the leather. And, do you want a bag, sir?
Yes, please. I can actually just put this in my pack. I have my own bag.
Oh, all right then. He hands it over.
Sir, I turn back to the man with the bowl cut. You said this rat man was here just the other night, correct?
I've seen him a couple times, lad. I've seen him last week on Tuesday. I saw him this week on Thursday.
All right, as long as he was just here a couple days ago, correct?
Right, I saw him out back at night time. He was there.
Can you take me to where you saw him and show me the area real quick?
Well, I don't want to go over there. Why would I do that? That's crazy. You want me to go back where the monster goes? Why would I do that?
Why not go with the man who fells monsters?
He looks over at the man with the mustache and goes, Gibby, what do you want me to do here? He looks back.
Can I convince him? Can I convince him to come with me? To show me the place?
Roll me. Yeah, roll me just a standard charisma check, sir.
Okay. 18. I have a +6.
Yeah. So you kind of step toward him a little bit, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Well, I mean, why do I have to go? You can't go look yourself."
I just need you to show me the exact spot you saw this rat man. That's it. And then you can go on your merry way.
Oh, all right then, all right. And so he sort of walks towards out the front door, and you go following with him. And quickly we go back to Stonehill Inn, where Jackal and Boris are now actually both in hot tubs full of water upstairs. Moonwind is sort of downstairs in like the main lobby watching Pip and Gilly sort of run around and play with each other and throw little sticks at each other and stuff. What do you guys do?
Just relax, man. Just chill out, chillax.
Yeah, man, I'm just hanging out in a tub full of hot water, just butt naked with a beer, allegedly.
Yeah.
Since
Got some-
Jackal,
I with like a tankard.
Allegedly.
I have a tankard in my
Yeah.
hand, like just lean back. Like,
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
What is the bronze to silver conversion? Is it 100 or 10?
I believe it is 10, if I remember correctly. Let me double check.
10 to 1. 10 to 1.
Yeah, it's 10 to 1. I think it's 10 to 1 for each one.
Yep.
Okay. That's all. Because that would have just been one silver piece then. Okay.
Yeah. We can do that too. Moonwind, you're sort of standing in the main lobby, and Pip and Gilly are running around in circles a little bit, and you're sort of thinking, staring down at the floor. You're not really paying too close attention to the kids, but you are sort of lost in thought. What are you doing?
I'm trying to recollect any memories during the time that I was passed out.
Okay, give me an insight check. Should be +2.
19 total.
In total. Yeah, you can remember this sort of vision very clearly. You remember the mountain of skulls and bones. You remember the horrifying scene on the beach of Leon smiling up at you. You remember the thought of orcs attacking this town, of soldiers being felled in reverse. You can see all of it clearly as if you could see it before, but you can't quite remember much more of what the voice was saying aside from "Long live the king." Hmm.
I'm just lost in thought. I can't. I can't quite collect my thoughts around all of it. And so, as I'm ruminating, a loud noise from Pip and Gilly snaps me out of it, and I realize I too smelled not too pleasant. And I make my way upstairs.
All right. We come back to Cloud, who is now back in Phandalin, making his way back towards the town square of Phandalin. And there, Cloud, as you are, you're seeing the mounds of orcish bodies sort of piled up on one corner of the town square. And the people of Phandalin feel very dismayed. The air is heavy in Phandalin. The people don't feel quite as happy, let alone as bright as they had felt prior to the attack happening. What do you do?
Man, I'm getting fucking flashbacks to walking back to returning to my own monastery destroyed by this orcs that have some connection to me allegedly, and I can kind of continue to make my way back through the town. Do I notice anything different about any of the orcs, either the half orcs or the orcs now that it's daylight?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
12, 16.
16. Yeah, you can notice that the half orcs, the anchorites, which they called themselves, are dressed more in sensible garb. They're dressed in more of an elite sort of gear, as if it was crafted just for them specifically. It gives sort of this energy of they were way higher ranking than these other orcs were. But generally, they were still of the same group. They came with each other.
It seems this may be no random attack after all. I don't understand why generals or combat leaders like this would be out in the field just to command a few grunts. They could easily ransack a town of this size. And then I start to make my way back towards the inn.
Okay, and we move to Leon, who is now out back of the general store. There, with our bull haircutted friend. He comes up to the sort of trash container that is there in the back, and he goes, "Right, I was standing right here, and I was looking this way," and he points sort of like the left side of the building from the back. "I was looking this way, and I saw him standing there, at that building, 2 buildings down. I saw him clear as fucking day. He was standing there, looking ominous. It was terrifying. I didn't know what to do. I ran right back over around this side of the building. It felt like he came up to me. That's what happened."
Okay, that's all that happened. You just saw one of them. There's nothing else there?
Just one, and I saw him far away. He was holding some kind of lantern in his hand, and I said, "Fuck all this," and I pissed right off to the front of the store again.
Did you notice if he had a tail?
I mean, rats have tails, don't they? He looked like a rat, smelled like a rat, I'm sure.
You got close enough to smell him.
Well, no, but I'm sure he did.
But did you see a tail?
Fucking mate, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making something. The monster was there. He was standing there. That's all I know. He looked disgusting. He looked like he had the long face of a rat, mate.
All right. Well, I appreciate the information. You're free to go. I want to walk over to the area that he pointed at, and I want to inspect the ground for any tracks.
So you come up to the building and you notice there's sort of music on the inside. Very low music, but music nonetheless from inside this building. There is talking, there's people within it, and you can notice that immediately. You look down and you kind of start searching through the dirt here. And now roll me an investigation check.
Not 20.
So you look down into the dirt, and what you immediately realize is that, fuck, there is a giant rat footprint here in this dirt. It's huge. It's about 1 foot long with jagged nails sticking through into the dirt. And you're thinking, fuck, what in the world? He was fucking right this entire time. And you do notice a straight line waving behind these footprints.
Well, he wasn't fucking about with the rat part. I can tell that. But it doesn't look like this really matches the assailant. I want to listen more closely to the music and the talking. Do I distinctly hear anything or recognize said?
Yeah. So you
tune?
so you listen closer and you can kind of hear the rummaging. You can hear glasses clinking inside, and your thought is, okay, this is a tavern. This is some kind of tavern that I'm standing behind.
I want to go into the tavern.
Okay. We now move back to Stonehill Inn, and Cloud walks in through the front door. And he walks in, he sees Moonwind sort of sitting here in the chair, watching Pip and Gilly play around. And Boris and Jackal come down the stairs, dressed up, kind of getting themselves cleaned up as if they just put their clothes back on. And Toblin is sort of standing at the counter, just kind of writing something on a piece of parcel. And Cloud, you walk in, move up closer to the counter, and you sort of see everyone in front of you. What do you guys do?
I would like to start off as by entering the room as I'm saying, we may have a bigger problem on our hands than we think, my friends. I just made a trip to Umbridge Hill this morning, and on my way back, an unknown group was following me rather closely on the trail. I scared them off, but I was not in the mood to do any investigation. Probably could have gotten more, but wasn't ill fit for it, and decided to make my way back to town. I also noticed when I got here that 2 of those 3 half-orcs that we killed the other night, they're no mere foot soldiers. They were wearing specially crafted armor, just for them. They were sent after one or all of us for some reason. I suspect the longer we stay in town, the longer we endanger these good people.
Does anyone here have any knowledge on this Talos?
I've not heard the name before myself,
Could
but
every-
I've seen this destruction before, and it reminds me too much of my destroyed monastery. We need to leave.
Cloud, Jackal, Boris, and Moonwind all give me a history check.
Alrighty, bud. 19.
9,
11 total.
11.
Boris?
4.
Someone had to do it.
Jackal, you remember back from a couple years prior to when you had overheard someone talking about deities and gods and their sort of place within the greater realm of this world and how they sort of affect people's decisions. And this is kind of just a passing conversation you heard. And the name Talos was spoken. You do briefly remember Talos being a god of something specific. You can't quite remember what it was, but you do remember that them saying that gods like Talos are bad news.
That's all I know. That's all I got from that.
That's all you've got, sir.
Yeah, okay. Well, seems to go without saying, man. This Talos guy's, bad people, bad association, bad people, bad apples, right? From my travels, every time that name comes up, it's always not a good sign. But I will say,
we're dealing with a malevolent deity.
Yeah, indeed. But I will say, I'm not sure if we need to. I mean, I get your point, Big Cat. Like we are endangering these people, but who will be here to protect them if another attack happens? Just like, we were lucky we were here last night to fend off against them.
There will be nothing for them to attack if we go to that temple and just wipe them out ourselves right now.
Look,
I second that.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, we only fought, 3 of those guys? And one of them got away. And we almost died. Especially me. And Moon went over here. He definitely died. I saw him. He went limp. But
your selfish pragmaticism weighs on me. I'm done with you. And I storm back out the inn.
Hold on. Didn't one of them recognize you?
That's why we need to get out of here.
I say we make our way to that temple, and then we train. Insert training montage. Bum, bum, bum,
and then like, is Leon still at the store? Leon's still at the store, or
no? He is.
He's
Oh, gotcha. Go ahead.
No. I meant like I was asking outside.
Actually asking. Okay, gotcha. No, he is at the tavern, a few buildings down from you guys.
Oh, okay.
But we wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where's our? I mean, before we set off, I mean, where's our? What's his freaking name?
Leon.
Leonard.
Leon.
Oh, Leon. Yeah. 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 Where's that guy at?
As far as you guys know, I went to the store.
You're
Well, I
going
mean,
to
yeah,
be
I
a
know he went
thorn
to-
in
but, like,
my
you know,
side this
It's
entire
taking a long time at the
aren't you?
store. Huh? What'd you say?
If we're going to continue this journey together, you need to work with us. All right?
I
You
am,
need to start
man.
learning
I'm
our
not
names.
good with names.
Because this is starting
Like,
to
I
drive
see
me up
face.
the goddamn wall.
I see face. I don't see name. Okay, I just see face. It's like if I saw you, especially if I saw you, you're the only blue motherfucker over here. So I'm, you know what I mean? Like first thought, blue man, but then moon, wind with the K. The K is silent. So you know what I mean? It's
Okay. Let's just settle this right here. Okay,
Hold on. Hold on. He's the only blue person you know? Because earlier you said you knew a lot of blue people in Baldur's Gate.
Hey man, I told you to keep it down. I said I was lying.
Aha!
And
This is
Toblin,
I know of blue adjacent people. You know what I'm saying? It's
Blue adjacent.
It's a
What do you
new-
mean blue adjacent?
I'm a courier,
Where's the
man.
eagle?
How am I supposed to recognize every blue person I meet? I mean,
Holy shit.
you're like deep sea blue. I mean, you're basically like, you know what I'm saying? You're like freshwater blue. I've never seen a freshwater blue. I mean, I've seen maybe like some people look blue in the face.
Toblin looks up from the counter up at Jack and says, "Chocolate, calm it down, mate."
Well, Toblin, you remember what's that guy's name?
Faerun, can you just please shut the fuck up?
Strary.
can't believe
Remember
I've done
Strary?
this.
You remember you were choking that guy out, and then he turned blue. See, I have met a blue person.
Chocolate. It doesn't matter, mate. Okay, you guys, I've
This
got
guy's
guests.
making a big deal.
I've got guests coming in. The kids need lunch. Go find your mate outside the shops. 2 doors to the north. Go find him there, and he will be there. Okay, go find him.
Do you have a whetstone? I need a whetstone, actually.
Fuck no,
We're
mate. Do I
done
look
with
like
the
a,
racist stuff
do I
for
look like a
14th
fucking
century DR.
smith to you? I don't have a fucking whetstone. Go on now. Come back tonight. I'll have food ready for you for around dinner time. Okay.
Oblin, I thank
my
you
God.
so much for your hospitality. Thank you so much. We will see our way out.
Gentlemen, my love to you. I send you, and peace be with you. Safety from the gods. And you guys
Over.
all sort of turn. Boris, yeah?
There was leftover bacon for you to serve.
Oh, thank you, Boris. I appreciate a lot. Thank you. You did a great job there. Great job. And you
Boris
guys
is
sort
a
of
man of the people.
all turn and make your way outside of the inn. And you guys kind of work your way up. Cloud's got his arms sort of crossed. He's not happy. And you guys are sort of trailing behind him. He's a couple steps ahead of you guys each time you guys step forward more. And he's on a mission. Moonwind.
I would like to catch up with him and kind of nudge on his arm and say, "What in the Neverwinter are we dealing with here?"
I don't know, but we're not going to find out any more lingering here in town with our paws up our asses.
Okay, do we have any inkling as to why they were sent specifically here towards us?
Clearly, it had something to do with me, or it did, or it might. I don't know. But I know what this looks like, and I was once those kids. I can't see this go on.
As they're having this conversation, I'd like to just kind of like sprint up a little bit, and I'm like slowly kind of like trying to get like a piece of bacon like in front of Cloud, because like he didn't have breakfast, he wasn't there, you know.
I am just going to like angrily just snatch it out of his hand and shove it into my face.
Yeah, you just like you took a bite, like it's like fucking jerky. Like,
No. It's the one bite. It was like
one bite.
It was
You just
one bite
you
consumption.
stomached it.
Like just threw it in there. Like 2 chews, it is down the gullet.
So
who's my hungry little man?
so as you guys sort of come up to
My tail twitches.
as you guys come up to the building that is behind Stonehill Inn, it is very obviously sort of a place where you can rent horses. There's about a number of horses lined up there, all sort of tied up, and there's a person sort of tending to them, feeding them, making sure they're okay. And after Cloud takes that bite, you guys can hear the trotting of horse steps coming your way.
Oh,
And we
shit.
quickly cut back to the tavern. Leon, as you're walking up to the front door of this tavern, you see this sign that is so defunct. It's broken, it's messed up, the wood is cracked, and you can't even read what the name of this tavern is. The door is old. Older than any tavern door you've ever seen. This place has holes in the wall. There are cracks everywhere. The glass on the windows are shattered and little cracks on the corners and stuff. You walk in, and this place is lively, down for daytime, but it is lively. And the people here are talking, they're chattering. Roll me a perception check, please.
14.
You notice that the people that are sitting in this tavern are all kind of lower life people comparatively to the higher rankings of people that you know from Baldur's Gate. And they are somewhat suspicious. You have an inkling that they might all be criminals. These are people that are defunct. They are lower beings in the form of they're kind of shady, and you feel this uncomfort kind of creep up the back of your neck. But there is a man standing at the front counter of this tavern, and he looks okay. What do you do?
Can I tell if that man's the barkeep?
He is, yeah. He's very obviously the barkeep, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna silently cast my mage hand just so it's available if needed.
Oh, sure. Okay. Can do that. You kind of, in a snap, feel it kind of hover out of you. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna make my way to the barkeep while also looking around to see if anybody catches my eye.
Okay.
Too. Just kind of,
Making my
keeping
way
my
to
wits
the
about me. Do I notice any other pieces of information as I make my way towards the barkeep?
None that you didn't already kind of notice as you walked in.
Okay. And then I come up to the barkeep, and then I ask him, "Do you have a small glass of mead I can purchase from you?"
And this man who's turned away from you, sort of on the counter, behind the counter, he's sort of standing here, and he's a pretty decent sized guy, probably a couple inches taller than you. And he's a bit more of a broad shouldered man, pretty close to Toblin size. Not quite Toblin, but he's pretty decently husky. And as you say that to him, you also notice too that these walls are still just as tattered as the outside of the building is. You can see cracks with sun shining through them from the outside of the building. The glasses and the cups and stuff all look very old, not taken care of. A little questionable if you would ever spend any sort of time here outside of what you would be for work. And the man turns around, and this is a half-orc man standing here. And he's got jagged teeth in his underbite sort of sticking out from his lips. And he's got braided hair going down, orange colored, all the way down the middle section of his back. He's got a shirt that is skin tight on his body because his body is so just genuinely large in the torso. And with his big arms, he pulls 2 cups from underneath, puts them on the counter, and says, "Here you go."
Appreciate it. How much do I owe you, good sir?
That will be 5 bronze pieces.
No problem. I'm gonna
He's scamming the fuck
reach
out
out. I'm gonna reach
Why does
out
this
and I'm gonna
character
put down a
description sound like
silver.
Blanca from Street Fighter.
I'm gonna put down a silver piece and I'll just be like, please keep the rest as tip.
This look like a charity place to you, lad?
No, not at all. I just appreciate good hospitality.
And he puts his hand over the coin, slides it underneath the counter. What you want?
I take a drink of the mead and I kind of like I try to hide the cough a little bit.
Roll me another perception check, please.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
19.
You cough, and you can feel all of the eyes in the room turn towards you.
Okay. I'll be like, well, oh, he's muted. Xander's trying to say something. He's muted.
No, it's purposeful. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna look back, everybody, and I'll just like, huh, what? I'm used to having eyes on me. um, Usually it's from a much more prettier type, but this, I came in here to ask you about a couple things actually, if you'd be willing to help me out with some information.
What do you want?
So about last night, is that a normal occurrence here? The attack?
You asking me because I'm half orc?
Not at all. I'll ask of you because you're a barkeep, and barkeeps usually have a lot more information than the standard individual.
And he sort of turns around. And he goes and reaches for something at the counter, behind the counter. He turns back, puts a glass, another cup sort of on the counter, pours another liquid in. It's not mead. Seems to be something potentially harder. Picks it up, knocks it back right in front of you. He goes, yeah, it's normal.
So, how often do these attacks happen?
Why are you asking me all these questions?
Listen, I came over here originally because I heard about a rat man who's been skulking around your building. But, you know, I also have other questions before I leave this town. So I just thought I could share a glass of mead with you while I get some more information before I head out.
And he sort of puts his both hands on the counter. This isn't a place for you, mate.
Could I ask why?
We don't take kindly to visitors like you here. He sort of puts his hands underneath the counter again.
Even if said visitor was here to help you?
Even if said visitor isn't gonna be alive for much longer. And as he says that, a man with a cape and a hood on goes frolicking out the front door as fast as possible. You can feel his energy saying he needs to escape. What do you do?
I'm going to pursue.
So you chase
without
him
even saying a word to the barkeep. I'm just gonna be like, pretty much just gotta go. I just notice it, and I'm just gonna pursue. I'm not even gonna say anything to the man with the cape. I'm just gonna dash at.
The guy runs out the front door, and as you chase him out just in enough time to be able to see him hopping onto a horse and running that horse out towards the town square.
I want to cast Eldritch Blast and try and hit him off the horse. It is a forced spell. Cantrip.
It is. You're going to be rolling at a disadvantage. So roll me 2 d20s to hit, and then it's the lower number you roll.
Okay. Do I still have my heroic inspiration that I never used?
No, you do not.
Oh, I don't?
Today's Sam had it today.
Oh, it doesn't. You don't keep it if you don't use it?
No, it doesn't roll over.
2 d20s. Okay.
2 d20s, yep. Lower number.
Cross your fingers for me, boys.
Yeah, before you roll, I'll tell you this. You have to hit a DC 15.
Okay. So, and Eldritch Blast. Does my hit, my +6, still count to it? Since it's...
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Okay. My lowest is a 10. That's a +6. That's a 16.
So, You hold your hand out, and you sort of, as he's running off on this horse, your hand follows closely enough. The purple shines out of your hand, and it glows, and you can feel the pressure of this blast escape your hand. As it blasts off your hand, flies through the air, barely missing a woman that was sort of standing just a couple feet in front of you, barely missing a horse that was sort of on another trek, just standing right behind him. And the beam goes forward and hits the horse on the tail. And the man continues forward.
Oh,
Does it release a loud concussive blast that other people can hear? Obviously,
It does, yeah. It not a very loud one because you are only level 2, but it does give a little boof.
I'm gonna yell, "Stop that horse!"
And Leon, I will tell you too, there is a couple other horses tied to the front of this tavern as well.
Wait a second. Do I want to do this? Oh. That would be stealing.
Do it.
That would be stealing. I'm
Give in to the voice in your head. Do it.
Do I notice anybody standing next to the horses?
There is no one standing by the horses.
Fuck.
You know you want to. Just do it. Come on, Leon.
I think
Give in to temptation.
with Leon's neutral lawful nature, he is not going to steal the horse because that is not his character. And yeah, he is. What direction is that? The orc on the horse, or the hooded man figure on the horse going?
He's going towards the town square and turning left as he passes Moonwind, Cloud, Jacqueline, Boris. He passes by them, trotting on this horse as fast as he can. You guys can see him turn left, going southbound as fast as possible.
And I'm going to run out into the town square, and I'm going to yell at them, "Stop that man!"
Moonwind?
That answers my question.
Oh.
That answers my question. I was going to ask if we heard him initially say, "Stop that horse." So, okay.
How far is he?
He's at this moment when you guys notice him coming in and you can hear Leon saying stop him, he's only about 10 feet away from you guys.
I would like to use my quarterstaff to try and clothesline him.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit, sir.
Okay. Ooh, net 20.
20.
wow. Crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Dude.
Crazy rolls just second.
It's right there. Right there.
Holy shit, dude. So, oh my god. So, Moonwind jabs the quarterstaff into the side of the horse. The horse frolics over and tips over to its side. The man rolls off of the horse in the coolest fucking superhero stance style that you guys have ever seen. Okay, this guy looked fucking rad. Rolling off this horse. He's on 3-point stance, one hand down. Face is looking downward. And he looks up at all of you. And you can see this darkened green skin, almost scale-like, looking at all of you. And his pin straight mouth turns into the curved shape of a smile. And then he disappears. And that is where we'll end today's session, gentlemen.
was our killer. That was our fucking killer.
Bravo, boys.
That had to be our
Bravo. That's... I cannot
Oh
believe
man,
you got that nat 20 there.
yeah, dude, it's right there.
Holy
Right fucking there.
shit,
Oh my
dude.
god, that is awesome.
Oh my god. Anyways, guys, thank you all for joining us today for Songs from the Abyss. This is a fun episode we got to do. Another one here for you guys, and things are kicking off here. Going to be a lot of fun stuff. Again, reminder, we will not be here next week. There's going to be 2 weeks before we have another episode. Just hang tight. We love you guys. Keep an eye open for updates and stuff. We will be here again soon. So we love all of you, and until next time. Anyone?
See ya.
All right. Bye, guys.
What?
Pip the doodly doo.